Hi students, good morning. Today we will discuss about that carbon and its compounds. So this is the second part of that chapter. Yesterday in my class I have completed about up to hybridization phenomena. So we know types of hybridization. First one is sp3 hybridization, sp2 hybridization, and next is the sp hybridization. So in my class yesterday we have completed that is sp3 hybridization. So in case of sp3 hybridization, so in the sp3 hybridization, now it involves the one s orbital and the three p orbitals combined to use that four type, that is four sp3 hybridized orbitals are produced in that formation. Okay students, so that is the four sp3 hybridized orbitals are formed by the combination of was one s orbital next to the three p orbitals. That means one number s orbitals, three number of p orbitals involved in that overlapping and that intermixing. It should produce that sp3 elevation. So we will explain about the one more. That means we have to take in one example for this one. Now that is the CH3 molecules, friends. But today in our topic I will discuss about that one. Now that the second part is the sp2. Okay students, now that one is the hybridization. Okay, sp2 hybridization. Now in case of sp2 hybridization, intermixing of one s orbital combined with two p orbitals gives rise to new set of equal number of hybridized orbitals are produced. So these produced orbitals are having equal energy. New orbitals shape, okay, that means shape also equal. Okay, now these are the second type. That is also known as that sp2 hybridization. Okay, students. Now tell me how many s orbitals are involved in that sp2 hybridization here? Only one s orbital. How many p orbitals are involved here? Two p orbitals. What is the process here? Intermixing of, that means one atom, one atomic orbital is mixed with another atomic orbitals. Intermixing of one s orbital with p orbitals now gives rise to, or due to this combination, it should produce okay new hybridized orbitals. Okay students. Now that phenomena is known as that sp2 hybridization. Now actually if you take the carbon atom, carbon undergoes, that means carbon its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p2. Okay students. Now in excited electronic configuration of carbon, now that is 2s1 and next is the 2p3. Okay, now here we have to write the orbital diagram for this one. Okay, now here 2s1. Okay, next one is the 2px1, 2py1, next the 2pz1. So this is the 2px orbital, 2py orbital, next the 2pz orbital. Now in this one sp2 hybridization, one unpaired s orbital present, three unpaired p orbitals are present. Out of three unpaired p orbitals, only two p orbitals are intermixing with axial overlapping. Okay, that means end on and overlapping. That means that direct overlapping. Now that is called as that axial overlapping. Now in sp2 hybridization, that in case of sp2 hybridization, okay students, one s orbital, two p orbitals, so gives rise to two or three sp2 hybridized orbital. Okay, but actually now the pz orbital is not involved in this hybridization. Okay students, pz orbital is not involved in this hybridization, and now this is known as uncombined. Okay, now that means uncombined hybridized orbital. Okay students, are pure p orbitals. Now after forming that now here one s orbital, that means shape of s orbital is the spherical, and two p orbitals, shape of p orbital is dumbbell. So by this combination it should form that this type of hybridized orbital. Okay students, now these are the hybridized orbital. Now it is for that carbon, okay, na, carbon element, the hybridized orbital of carbon element. Now actually, now that means this is the one orbital, and here also hybridized orbital, this is also hybridized orbital. But here it has the one pure p orbital. Okay, students, one pure p orbital. Now the one carbon, that means one hybridized orbital of carbon again intermixing with another hybridized orbital of another carbon atom. So that means it should form that okay friends, one type of new or hybridized orbitals. Now that is the what about this one here? Now that means so first of all carbon, okay friends, now hybridized orbital, and here also what about this one hybridized orbital. Now here should be the hybridized orbital. Now this is the pure p orbital, okay friends. Now this is the hybridized orbital, hybridized orbital, hybridized orbital, okay. Now this one is the pure p orbital, which is combining with the same kind of hybridized orbital, okay friends. So this one is okay. Now this is the hybridized orbital, and another is the pure p orbital. 1 2 3 4 5, okay friends. 1 2 3 4. Now here it has that 5, okay. Now these are the same kind of hybridized orbital. So 1, and next one the 2, and next one is the 3, okay friends. So these are the, now these are the hybridized orbital. Now this is the pure p orbital. First of all, in between two carbon atoms, it undergoes to the top end-on and overlapping, or head-on overlapping. After completion of the head-on overlapping, next one is the pure p orbitals are overlapping with like this one. Now this overlapping is called as lateral overlapping, or it is also known as that sidewise overlapping or sideway overlapping. Then it can form that okay product. Now that is like this one. Actually carbon overlapping. Now here also carbon. Okay students. Now these are the carbon atom. Okay. Now again this is the orbital, hybridized orbital. Now here also same hybridized orbital. Okay students. Hybridized orbital, hybridized orbital. Now these are the pure p orbital. Okay students. Now it can form that this type of bonding. Okay students. And here again this orbital is combined with another s orbital of 4 hydrogen atoms. Now those 4 hydrogen atoms combined with this one, it can form that sp3 s orbital, and here also sp3 s orbital, and here also same sp3 s orbital. This is the sp3 s orbital. Okay friends. Now this is the hybridized orbital diagram for that sp2 hybridization phenomena. Okay students, sp2 hybridization phenomenon. And now this diagram is similar to the top for this molecule. Actually I will take the one molecule with the carbon, here hydrogen atom and hydrogen atom, double bond with carbon, okay, now hydrogen atom and the hydrogen. Okay students, now this bond is equal to the top this hybridized atom, this bond is equal to the top this hybridized atom. So the s or the p orbital overlapping with s orbital of hydrogen, p orbital overlapping with s orbital of hydrogen. Now here also p orbital overlapping with s orbital of hydrogen, p orbital overlapping with s orbital of hydrogen. So here one sigma bond, one sigma bond, one sigma bond, and one sigma bond. So one is the sigma bond and the second one is the pi bond. Sigma bond means now this is the head-on overlapping. Now this one is the head-on overlapping. So this overlapping is called as the sigma bond formation. So this is the sigma bond. And here it, next one is the lateral overlapping and or sidewise overlapping. And now it is also known as the lateral overlapping, or it may be sidewise overlap. Okay students. So this is the second type of hybridization. Okay. Now in this molecule, how many sigma bonds are present and how many pi bonds are there? Okay, in the ethylene molecule or ethene molecule, 1 2 3 4 5, 5 sigma bonds present and 1 pi bond is present. Okay students. So this is the example and complete description for that sp2 hybridization phenomena. Okay students. Next one is the sp3 hybridization. Now here in this one next one is the sp hybridization. Okay students. Now first here we have completed sp3, it's over. Okay, For this one example, okay, now it is a CH4 molecule, and the second type is sp2. Okay, it is also over, that is the CH2 double bond CH, okay, molecule. Okay, friends. Now third one is the sp hybridization. So for this purpose, we take this type of molecule. Now there is a HC triple bond H. Okay, methane molecule. Okay, now methane sp3 hybridization is explained and described with the help of methane molecule. sp2 hybridization is described or explained with the help of CH2 double bond CH2 molecule. That means ethylene molecule or ethane molecule. Now the last concept is the sp hybridization. Now sp hybridization means intermixing of one s orbital and one p orbital gives rise to same number of equal number of new set of hybridized orbitals are produced. Okay, now thus that concept is called as that hybridization phenomenon. That is for that sp hybridization. Okay, students. Now intermixing of s and p orbitals gives rise to equal number of new set of same energy containing hybridized orbitals are produced. That phenomena is called as that sp hybridization. Now in this one, actually one s orbital is mixed. Okay, students. And the next one is the one p orbital. So gives rise to, first of all, now we should get this type of hybridized orbital. Okay, so now this one is the this type of hybridized orbital. Okay, students. But actually now in this one, first of all, it undergoes that bond formation. So first I will take that carbon element. So that is the 1s2, 2s2 and 2p2. So this is for that ground state electronic configuration. In case of excited state, now that is the 1s2, 2s1 and 2p3. Okay, students. Now here you should take only this one outermost cell, 2s1 is the 2p3. One electron present in the s orbital, 3 electrons present in the p orbital. Okay, students. Now one electron present in the 2s orbital, 3 electrons present in that okay, students, 2p orbital, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now here 1 electron. So now this one is the px orbital, py orbital and is the pz orbital. Okay, students. Now here which orbitals are involved in that s orbital? Only s and p orbitals are undergoes that intermixing. Now these two orbitals are called as non-bonding orbitals. In case of sp hybridization, which orbitals are known as non-bonding orbitals? Which orbital does not involve in the hybridization? Py and pz orbitals are known as non-bonding orbitals or unhybridized orbitals. Okay, students. Now these two orbitals are, after forming the hybridization, after forming the sp hybridization, then these two unhybridized orbitals are involved in that lateral overlapping or sideway overlapping. Okay, students. So this is the phenomenon. Now for that concept, I will give one example. Actually, okay, students, here first of all, now the sp hybridization means actually if you take that this is the carbon atom. Carbon undergoes that sp hybridization, only s orbital and it's the p orbital. So this is the sp hybridized orbital of carbon. Again it has the two non-bonding electrons are present. Okay, students, two non-bonding electrons are present. Now we should take that another hybridized orbital of carbon. Okay, students, so these are the hybridized orbital. So these are the two non-bonding electrons. So first of all, hybridized orbital of carbon and hybridized orbital of carbon, both are undergoes the overlapping, both are mixing with each other by the end-on end overlapping or axial overlapping. So now these two orbitals are comes to closer and overlapping with each other. After completion of the overlapping, then it should be involved in that lateral overlapping. Now that means in lateral overlapping process, those orbitals now which are not involved in that hybridization, so those are called as unhybridized orbitals or non-involved orbitals. So now those p orbitals are again participating in that lateral overlapping. First end and one overlapping here, it takes place here. Now this is the one pure p orbital combined with this one. Okay, students. Now this one is the one pure p orbital, and the second one is the this is another p orbital, and here also this is the another p orbital. Okay, students. Now it can form the sigma bond formation, pi bond, and this is the pi bond. Okay, students. And now it illustrates that molecule hydrogen, carbon, triple bond, carbon, hydrogen. Okay, students. Now again, now this hybridized orbital is overlapping with two hydrogen atoms. So this one is the hydrogen. Okay, now this is the carbon side. Okay, students. Now here also same hydrogen. Okay, now this one is the hydrogen. So hydrogen sigma bond with s and p orbital, s orbital and p orbital. Now carbon p orbital next to s orbital, p orbital next to the s orbital. Okay, overlapping. Okay, students. Now this one is the sigma bond formation. So this is the sigma bond formation. This one. Okay, students. And this is the one pi bond and this is the another pi bond. Okay. Now here also, now this is the one pi bond and this one is the another pi bond. Okay, students. Now this is the concept about that sp hybridization. So till now I have completed types of hybridization. Next in our topic I will continue that next concept, that is the allotropic forms of carbon. Okay, students. Allotropic forms of carbon. Now here first of all okay, I hope you understood about this one. Then I will continue that next concept. Okay. Okay, students. Now here next concept is the now that is allotropic forms of carbon. Okay, students. So this is the new concept in this chapter. Okay, students. Allotropic forms of carbon. So actually, first of all, what is meant by allotropy? You know, which element exhibit the allotropic forms? Now in carbon and its compounds in this chapter, carbon element is the versatile element. Now it can form that different type of compounds or million number of compounds. Okay, students, million numbers of compounds. Now here carbon exhibit allotropic property. Now what is meant by allotropic property? Now that means allotropy is defined as the existence of an element exhibit different physical properties, but it shows or it shows that similar chemical properties. That phenomena is called as allotropy of allotropy. Okay, okay, students. That phenomena is known as the allotropy. Once again, now the existence of an element which exists in different physical states, but it shows similar chemical properties. So that phenomena is called as allotropy. Now that allotropics are also known as that allotropic modifications and it's the allotropes. Okay, students. Now carbon exhibit two important allotropic forms. So that is the first one is the what about this one? Now the carbon exhibit both allotropic forms. So here first one is crystalline allotropic. Okay, students. Crystalline allotropic forms. Okay, crystalline allotropic forms. Now here this one is the amorphous. Okay, students. Now this one is the amorphous allotropic forms. So in case of crystalline allotropic forms, first one is the diamond is the most important. Okay, now pure form of carbon. Okay, students. And next one is the graphite. Now here this one is the graphite and diamond, graphite, and next one is fullerene. So these are the important. And the next one is nanotubes. Okay, students, nanotubes. Now here are the same. Now there is first allotropic form is coke, and the next one is coal. Okay, students. And here charcoal. Now the next one is the okay, students. Now that is charcoal. Now that one is the charcoal. Now here we have that animal charcoal, and next one the plant charcoal. Okay, students. And next one is carbon black. So these are the allotropic forms of that carbon element. Okay, students. But here once again carbon existing in different physical forms, but it shows the same chemical properties, or it exhibits the same chemical nature. So that phenomena is called as allotropy of carbon. So first form is the crystalline allotropy, and second form is the amorphous allotropy. Crystalline allotropy, in crystalline means salt nature. Amorphous means that is the powder like nature. Okay, students. Now here in crystalline form, diamond, graphite, and fullerene, and next nanotubes. Now here amorphous, in amorphous, coke, coal, charcoal, animal charcoal, plant charcoal, next is the carbon black. So these are the two types of allotropic forms. But in our syllabus we have only now that means in our syllabus we should study about these allotropic forms. Okay, students. Now the allotropic form of diamond, and it's the allotropic form of graphite, and allotropic form of fullerene, and it's the allotropic form of nanotubes. Okay, students. Now these are the very important. Okay, I will discuss one by one. Okay, students. Now first of all, now the diamond. Okay. Now what is the nature of diamond, and we will discuss each and every point. That is, we will cover each and every point of that diamond. Okay, students. Now actually this is the completely theory part, so you should listen point by point. Okay, I will cover the maximum, at least maximum points without fail. Okay, students. First one, diamond. So here this one is the diamond. Okay, students. So in the diamond, so diamond is the purest form of carbon element. First condition, diamond is the purest form of carbon element. So that is also nothing but pure form. Okay, students. Now that one is the pure form of carbon. Now here diamond existing in that crystalline lattice. Okay, students. Now the diamond is existing in that crystalline lattice, and the next one is the three-dimensional lattice structure. Three-dimensional lattice structure. Okay, students. Three-dimensional lattice structure. First one is the, now diamond is the purest form of the